Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we'll continue expanding out our production with our fluids. And the thing we're going to work on today is getting to graphite electrodes. And we pretty much just need petroleum coke. So let's see if we can't get that crafted somewhere. Petroleum coke, petroleum gas and water. Also the reason why we set up this little loop here last time, or limiter, so it doesn't output unless we have some stored up. So let's just take an area to do it. Let's just do it right over here. Let's see if we can avoid the trains. Don't want to get run over one more time. So I think this will be a good place to do it. No place is actually better than somewhere else at the moment, so I think this will work out just nicely. And we can also start to tap into this iron ore, since I have planned to expand our starting resources quite a bit in a few episodes, since we are starting to run low quite a lot of places, and that's mostly because we are buffering quite a bit with this setup, since I haven't limited what's it called, the chests very much. So first things first, the coke. I would like to do the right one. I think it's this one we have to do, petroleum coke or low grade. Don't know what the difference is. Let's just check. Can't take him. Well, we can just check him like this then. You are used for that one, and science. So that is quite important. And the low grade one is nowhere to be found. Oh, probably doesn't use petroleum. Heavy oil. Let's just check even. You are used for nothing. So yeah, that is quite easy what we have to do then. So let's get some fluids in. We'll need 2 cells since we have double inputs of fluids. So yeah, let's just do this. We can get a petroleum water in here and do the same down here. 1 of the 2, and then we can output it over to this side and into a train here. So let's see a normal train, please. Output train. There we are. So let's just request the things we need. So what we're crafting is the coke in our chemical. What am I missing? I'm missing those. That's weird. Did the recipe for those change? Because I was quite sure we were crafting them in here. Oh well, I'll just have to go fix that as soon as we set up our little area here. So, chemical plants. I don't think I have any on me, so let's just add them down here. Where are you at? There you are. So let's see here. We'll need a few of them. And since we have a normal output, we should probably have a belt in between, just taking them out with inputs of fluids on both sides. Luckily, that is quite easy to do. Of course, this should get delivered in just a second. There we are. Doing the normal petroleum coke. So if we look at this, this is pretty much the setup we're going to use. Do it times 2 and output with normal ones. Then we'll have some pipe. Oh, we can't do it this close. We'll have to move it down just a smidge. So please do that. And that is because of the pipes. We had to do this. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll just connect them up, and then everything will be good to expand this downwards and upwards. So that is pretty much our setup. We'll need some power. We can then put them in between like this and hit all we need. That looks good. And then we'll just turn it so we have the output over here. And it seems like we can do quite a lot of these. Might as well. Don't know how many the pipes can support, but yeah, we'll probably figure that out. There we are. So this is the setup, and we'll just have to expand that over a few times. So what if we do it in from over here? We can just do it right here, and if we want more room, we can just put some behind it. Then we'll get some outputs from over here. All of it here, and then to some pipes. We can take petroleum from just down here. You can go in. Yeah, let's take the petroleum from the bottom. Or what is needed the most. Water is needed the most, so we might take water the furthest away. In case, I think get diminished a bit over distances. So I think this is a good solution. There we are. And connect it up. Connect this one up so we know it's petroleum. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be petroleum, it was supposed to be water. Because we just said that we wanted the one that needed the highest volume to be closest. Then we'll need petroleum. Right here. Oh, barely can reach. So we should move it back. Yeah, we can move it back one without making too much of a problem for ourselves. Now, let's just keep it here, and that's because we'll have to do pipes anyway, going both ways. So we can connect them up right here, like that. This one will flow up here to the petroleum one. And connect you up here and here. And the water one. Let's see. Here to here and like that. There we go. So that is all of these hooked up. We just need to hook up the power bits. And of course I didn't place it all the way up. Oh well, I think this should be fine for what we need. And then I kind of have to go back to our base and figure out why we're not producing any of these. Because we should be. Or at least I thought we were. So let's just take a quick trip to there. And let's check it out. And because the last episode, I'll rather not take, what's it called? A vehicle anymore. Just because I'm afraid to get run over. But let's see here. Nope, we are not producing them. Which is quite strange. They might have been back at the old base. So let's just set up both. So we have them, that one, and storage ones. And we'll call this everything, so that shouldn't take long before it's built. So back to the area again. And hook up the rest of the things. Let's just check it's working. You can get... I could just give it a small upgrade since it is a bit slow. So now they're building. I have to get out the way so we don't block our track. And it's getting more and more congested. That is nice. Oh, from an engineering point of view, not nice, but it means that our factory is working. And that is always good. So now we at least have somewhere to store all the fluids. So water in was what we are. That is already on water. Please just request that. Hopefully these get built before the train gets here. That is at least a plan. And then up here we want petroleum in. Let's see where it's at. Fluids, petroleum. -100. Go. So that will give us all we need for these. So let's just expand this down. As much as needed. Could do one more. Let's just keep it as is for now. And you'll go down and over to this side. Pretty much. Let's see here. Over this way. Into our small splitter. Sorry, not a splitter, a balancer. And maybe one of you can tell me if that is actually needed to do a balancer every time. But for some reason it's been a thing I've done every time this Let's Play. And it is working, so why change something that works? That is my philosophy a lot of the time. So now we have water in. Petroleum is on its way as well. I have to make the small change. So that will give us all the coke. And then we can transport the coke to our mall. And we can use it to make other things. So let's see here. That will mean that we now have these being made. Since we'll just transport this to the mall. Copper rods also being delivered. And since we have those two, we should be... Oh no, that's not for that one. Then we should be able to make this one. The advanced furnace. And then we can get titanium and whatnot. So let's also work towards accumulators. Because as soon as we have unlimited power, we can start to do crazy fast expansions. That is kind of what we want at the moment. So that is going very nicely. We'll just produce whatever we need. And don't know if we should put a limit on this. We don't have right now, but let's just leave it like this for now. What is the worst that can happen? Famous last words. So that is good. That is working. So yeah, back to our main... Or back to our mall. You turned the wrong way. And let's set up what we need to get the last things we need. So please go to here. It's like we're out of... Oh yeah, never mind. It's because you used the coal. That's why they keep delivering it to me as soon as I take it out. Nothing's been requested here now, so we can just wait here for a little bit. And get in the coke. Like you in. And then we should have everything we need to craft these. No wait, we need to set up graphene as well. Thank God I checked. So don't we have a free spot somewhere? We had gold wire being made here before, but since we updated it, it got removed from the game. So you can be something else now. And what I want you to be is graphene. Where are you at? Should be... Oh, is that made in something else? Let's just check what it's made in. They're in here, aren't they? Oh, it's made in a normal furnace. That's strange. Well, we can easily accommodate that. Take you and do that. And then you will make that one. So now we have these being made. They should get delivered over to our advanced furnaces. I thought we were making junction. We are making junction boxes. Why ain't you requesting them? Oh, it was. Oh, that's a new part of the recipe, of course. That's why. I was just a bit confused right there. And we should upgrade this one as well. Should probably upgrade all inserters at some point. But for now, I think this is fast enough. So now this is working. We can get out the way. And then we have those being made. Next thing along the line, if you want to get this, is heavy coil and high capacity batteries. Let's start with the battery. What do you need? Lead plate. So we kind of have to set up more lead or lead production somewhere. And then we can craft them down here when needed. But how is the lead production looking? I have a feeling that it's not really keeping up like this since it's a byproduct. And I don't think there's any better way to get lead at the moment, is there? Lead powder. That we need utility signs for that. But it's a better way to get these. Oh, there's this one. That's also, we need production signs before we can do that. So that's a bit into the future. Oh. Yeah. So we kind of just need to set up a place where we make lead plate. It is used for quite a few things, but anything needs for this one. And is that needed in high volume, is what I'm trying to say? Or volume even. Doesn't look like it. So we just have to make lead plates somewhere. So we could do it up here, but I'm also wanting to make entire cells dedicated to one process. So for example, one doing only lead things and one doing only gold and so forth. Like we're doing with iron items. But since we only need so few lead items, I'm still trying to figure out where I should put it. Do we have any inputs on this side? No, we have one input maybe here. And then we can do lead plates here, add it out that way. How much room does this take? Let's just check. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we'll just do it somewhere else. Boom, boom. This is almost done. We could just do it over here, just below, since it's where we have it. But as you can see, we are extremely starved for lead. So it might be a good idea just to expand out this production. For now, since lead is, for some reason, extremely hard to get. Which is a bit annoying. Because we have no other way to doing it yet. So, yeah, expanding out this, making an entire new cell just producing lead. Should we just do that quickly? Could do it over here. Making an entirely new lead cell. Let's try that, and then do comment if you know a better way of doing this. So on to doing that. We can just park you here, right here, and let's produce a ton of lead. And there we go. And lead over here is kind of where I want it. I think that's where I put down all the tracks. Yeah, here we go. We can then remove all the trees. If I hadn't done it already, I hadn't. And then we'll just copy this setup 4 times. Or we could remove the middle things and do it a lot more times in here and just have all the output to the middle. So we can do like 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom and then output everything into the middle. Oh, I think that would be cool. So what I'm planning is, if you see this area right now, if I remove these things in the middle, how would this look? If I do that, it'll still work the way I want it, but we'll just have a lot easier time to build here. So let's do that. Let's take this little production here. Of course, we still need the water in, so that is easy enough to do. But let's get this part. Let's see and place it as far out as we can, or can we fit in 3 at a time? So if we do 1. Yeah, we can only do 3, so we might as well just put 1 in the middle and move the other one out a bit. So what if we do this? Then we have some room on the side for whatever we want to travel away in terms of raw resources. Because we don't need anything in here to do it. Let's do right there, and then we can move this one over a bit. To, let's see where it fits. Did I have 2 spots? I did. So what if we do it like this? And then we can pretty much flip this, doing it on the bottom as well, and outputting everything here in the middle to train stations. So what if we just do that? And we could actually split them up. So lead goes one way and the other thing goes the other way, but I don't think that will be needed, since these won't work if these are full anyway. So let's keep it like this, and let's see if we can't get this to work. So we want water in. We pretty much have the blueprint from over here, or we can just put down a new one. That is sometimes better to do. Fluid in. It's not like we need a lot of water, because we can just take our little setup like this to make sure that we don't have to worry about water at any point. So here we go. Hopefully everything is being built as they need to. Oh, we are lacking a ton of pipes. I'm guessing this can't keep up at all with the speed we need. That's something we have to look at in the future as well. But while this is being built, we can use the things we have here. And then I'll go improve or change how much it can hold. Yeah. So inputs can be from over here. Probably both sides if one can't handle it. And then we can output to the right side. So what if it trains in? Right here. Then we can do a Fallens balancer up. So for example right here. Or out here if you want more room, but let's just do it here for now. And then we'll split them across all of these. And to be honest, we should do a 4 to 6. But I can't remember what the balancer is for that. Should probably go look it up at some point in between episodes. But for now, let's just do a simple one like this. And this one just needs tin ore. And hopefully we have enough of that in our system. So I think we're only mining it over here, and that is running very low. So as soon as I set this up, we should probably go and grab some tin outposts and start to expand that part. You go away. Power is still fine. So let's do this. 2 right there. That should be most of them. Get these 2 to go down this way. So that will be all of that hooked up. Of course, we would like to request a ton of tin here. No idea if 20k is enough. But that is what we're going with right now. Oh, and this is saying only request what is called 10 at 10,000 at a time. Don't know if it's needed anymore at this stage of our factory, but let's just keep it for a little while. So you'll go in right here. You can go over this way. These 2 will go all the way over here. You'll go in. You can split off right here, and then we'll take 2 across. Let's remove that. And let's just jump both of them to make it look a bit symmetrical. And then continue. You'll go down, and then this one will split into 2 again. And that is not balanced at all, but it should give us things into all of these. And let's see here. There we are. They're all hooked up now. This should flow around at a nice steady pace. We still need a ton of these, but I've actually thought we were making all washing plants. But what is holding those up? Did something change in the recipe? Let's just check. It shouldn't have. Where is the all washing plant? No? What are you missing? You are missing large steel frames. But we should have a ton of those. Yeah, are they just not being requested in? Guess not. Wow. I get surprised every day about some things we are missing. But before we go fix that, let's just hook up the water. We should be able to get it to flow all the way over here. That cooks up all of these. Then we just need to hook up the water down to this area. And that is actually quite easy to do. Let's just do this. Let's take you out, just a small amount, so right here. Let's just steal our little setup from here. Could easily craft it like we did before, but it's a bit easier to just steal it for our new area. So that should work. Did we activate you? We did there. So that gives us all the water we need flowing in. And this will give us all of the tin we need as soon as we set that up. And let's go back to the mall and fix the rest. Or we should fix the outputs of these. To be honest, I should probably move this up here and then we can output both sides in the middle. Yeah, I think that is a better solution. Please stop you. I think that'll be a wise choice. I know I'm dismantling a small amount, but I'm sure this is for the better, not the best. So what I want to do instead of it on the side here, we can have those out on both sides. The sand out here and the other one out here. And then we can do the other things coming in. So let's just hook up, what's it called, the ore up here. And then it's also easier to balance in. Train in. There we are. At least I hope it's easier to balance in. And to be honest, we don't really need to balance it too much. Pretty much just do one to each side. So what if we just do this? Would that work in any way, shape or form? Probably not. So we'll do it like this. There we are. Just take them this way. Then we'll jump the last one over there. And there we go. So that'll have all of this flowing in. Water is being requested. That is exactly what we want. Over here, still want the tin. But we're just not mining up enough at the moment. So that is something we'll have to look at. So time to reverse all of these. Then two others go all the way over. Might have to go down a small amount this time. And that just made a bit more work for ourselves. So we can do it right here as the furthest down point. Then we do that. And the last one. Just to make it look good. I know it's a bit of waste of belts, but that is not that big of an issue, hopefully. Go. And there we are. Please go the other way. Can we do it like this? Nope. Over this way, and you'll split into the bottom one, split into that one. Then we don't need this part, because we'll just split out right here. There we go, and then remove all of these pretty much. Just make it easy to see what we have to move. And there we are. Now we should be set up again. And you can go away. And we'll need one pipe right here for it to work. Need some power to this one. So now it's pumping water into the system. And then we just need to get the tin in. But since we don't have tin, we should probably set up an outpost. And where do we have tin? We have right here. We could grab a silly amount of it. So let's just do this from there. And let's just hook that up as the last thing this episode. Right there, we don't need those two. You can go away. We'll have to get that removed as well. And then we can set up this entire tin patch to output into our system. Let's see here. There we are. We can just output it over here. Nice and quick. Output into the trains. There. And do we... Are we so unlucky that we can't put this? Oh, we have more than enough room. Balance that. And then we'll just kind of cover this entire patch in miners. Where are they at? There they are. And we can just do it in the middle to begin with, so we can move them afterwards. Just make sure we have a somewhat decent size that works. Please copy all of that. Hopefully you can figure out not to place down the railroad track. Probably can't. So that we do. So do that and do one over here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll just hook these up. So you can go this way. One, 2, 3, 4. So you go up this way. Like that. And let's get the rest flowing down this line. Get your way. There we are. Once in a while I move a bit too fast for my own good. You go away and so see here and down there. You can go away. You go through there and you go through there. So that should be all of this hooked up. They will flow in, they'll fill these, and then we should have a ton of tin going out into the network. And hopefully this can supply all we need at our tin factory, because, or lead factory, because this is definitely not working anymore. It's just kind of a waste of space. So that's something we'll have to look at a future episode, getting a lot more raw resources mined up. And since we almost have accumulators, we can stop using our nice steam battery setup, even though it works very, very nice. It's much easier to just put down an accumulator. That is the case. So I will end the episode here. We got a ton done, so hopefully you'll like and subscribe and hit the bell button. And yeah, then I'll see you in the next episode where we will start to use all this tin and maybe set up a few more outposts just to make sure we have all the raw resources that is needed. But I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye guys.